Tsepo, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Just really shed some light in terms of exactly what happened on Monday.
Currently, what the family was informed is that he was attacked while he was studying at one of the lecture halls at DUT above the library. The attacker is not known at this point. The police are still investigating. That is what we know at this point. So there's still sketchy around what exactly happened, of which is what we're trying to find out and push for the varsity to be able to brief us exactly what happened so we can be able to conclude the matter.
I mean, he was stabbed inside a lecture hall. Does anybody know was there any witness? Were there any people around? Was he alone at the time? What were the circumstances around his stabbing?
The challenging part at this point is that the information is not forthcoming. It's very limited. We're informed that there's challenges around the cameras at the varsity, and in the lecture hall that he was studying, the camera itself is not working. So this makes it very difficult. But the police are probing, and we believe and have faith that in a matter of time, the perpetrator or the perpetrators will be brought to book. So this is where we're standing now to say there is no witness that has come forth at this point, and it's making it a bit difficult for us to understand what really transpired on the day.
And how is Sandile actually recovering in hospital currently?
The official update that I can give you is that Sandile is still in a critical condition, however stable. He's recovering. Obviously, when he came in on Monday, he was not in a good state, but I can assure you that he's still critical, but he's stable and is receiving the best medical care, and the family is comfortable with the attention he's receiving at the hospital.
Now, I mean, obviously this has led to, students at DUT wanting to go up in arms and actually protest, especially around the security and the state of safety within DUT in itself. So tell us just about that, because it appears as though this is not the first time that an incident happens within the institution itself, and maybe students are at a point now where they're feeling as though enough is enough.
Yeah, from what we hear and read, it looks as if that is the case. However, as a family, we would like to encourage the student, whatever that they do, they must do it peacefully. Sandile was is a peaceful person. The family will be peaceful ourselves. So we are really, really asking and calling for calm. The only concern that I would like to reiterate is that if the challenges around the security system itself, whether it's a student or an external person, such cannot happen in any institution. But in this case, it happened at DUT, and I believe the management of DUT needs to come up with answers so that we can have justice not only for Sandile, but for all the other students that have been attacked or mugged or whatever at the DUT University.
Tsepo, before I let you go, I must ask you this question. Is there any reason to believe that there must have been a perpetrator, or there must have been a bigger issue that led to Sandile's stabbing? In other words, was there anything that linked him to anybody who would want to see him hurt?
Knowing Sandile, and I think everybody listening, friends or family, if you can take Sandile, he can fit in a standard 8 class. That's how small he is in stature. He's a very sweet and calm human being. He's a very calm soul. There has not been any issues. He hasn't reported anything to the parents or any family members that there's trouble at school at this point in time. So this came as a shock and a surprise, because, we sent him to come back with the qualification, not to have him in hospital in the state that he's in at this point in time.
Tsepo, thanks a lot for joining us and shedding some light in terms of the state of that DUT student who was stabbed multiple times inside the lecture hall on Monday. Tsepo Mokoena giving us the latest on that story.